Hey guys, welcome to Going Through Grace, where young faith meets real life. I'm so happy you guys can join me. If you've been following along since episode 1, you probably noticed it's been a little quiet over here. To be honest, I noticed it too. I had every intention on releasing episodes consistently, staying on schedules, and building momentum. But life happened. Since the last time we talked, I've been pouring so much of my time into CGC. I started a new job. My schedule has completely changed from when I first started recording, and I've been learning what it looks like to balance ministry, work, relationships, and taking care of myself. For a while, I kept thinking, I'm going to record when I have time. I'll record when everything settles down. I'll record when I make the perfect episode. But then I realized I've been waiting for the perfect time, and it'll never show up. And maybe you felt that way too. Maybe you've been waiting to start the business, begin reading your Bible again, applying for the job, going to the gym, which I've been slacking on, healing from a heartbreak, or chasing the dream that God placed in your heart because life has been busy. Well, today's episode is for all of us. We're talking about showing up anyways. Showing up doesn't have to look perfect. One thing God has been teaching me lately is that faithfulness doesn't always look impressive. Sometimes faithfulness is simply just showing up. We live in a culture that celebrates perfect routines, highlight reels. We scroll through social media and think everyone has everything figured out while we're barely keeping our heads above the water. But that's not reality. Life does have seasons. Some seasons are full of margins. Some seasons are full of responsibilities. And some seasons stretch us out completely. And sometimes we make mistakes thinking that the busy season is failure. I started to feel guilty because I wasn't releasing episodes. But then God, literally 10 minutes ago, gently reminded me that I'm still growing. I'm still serving Him. I'm still obeying what He told me to do. And I haven't stopped walking with me. The conviction changed everything. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about returning. Y'all, let me tell you, rest is not falling behind. Because lately, I have not been able to take a rest. Like, me and rest has been fighting. But one thing I've been learning is rest and quitting are not the same thing. Because Jesus rests too. He stepped away from the crowds. He spent time with His Father. He wasn't rushing from miracle to miracle trying to prove His worth. So why do we feel guilty for resting? Sometimes we wear exhaustion like a badge of honor, which to me that's crazy. But God never asked us to burn ourselves out. He just asked us to remain faithful, no matter how long it takes. I realize that I'm consistently pouring into everyone else without allowing God to refill me. Eventually, I have nothing left to give. Rest is not being selfish. Rest is stewardship. Sometimes the most spiritual things you can do for yourself is take a nice walk. I know it's hot. You can do it early in the morning or you can do it late at night because it don't get dark until like 8 o'clock. You can read your Bible without rushing. If that means you need to get up in the morning and spend a few hours before you start your day to read your Bible without rush, do that. Drink and eat slowly. Absolutely slowly. Spend time with God and allow yourself to just breathe. Put that phone away. Stop that scrolling. Stop texting that friend, that boy, and just allow yourself to breathe. Showing up anyway. This podcast almost stayed on pause because I had convinced myself I had already fell behind. But here's what God reminded me. You can always begin again. One missed week doesn't erase your calling. One busy month does not disqualify you. One imperfect season does not cancel God's purpose for your life. Maybe consistency isn't about missing a day. Maybe consistency is about deciding that every time you fall behind, you come back 10 times harder. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. I'm just showing up. showing up when I got work at 10 a.m., but I'm taking the time to record. Not because everything is perfectly together, not because my schedule suddenly became easier, because it didn't, but because obedience matters more than perfection. So, if you're listening today and you've been feeling behind in life, I want you to hear this. God is not asking you to have everything figured out. Not right now. He's asking you to just trust him with your next step. Maybe today, your next step is opening your Bible again, which I started to do today. I went maybe a week and a half without sitting down and actually basking in his word and allowing him to speak to me. And I seen that my attitude was not where it used to be. My responses, just me feeling myself personally. So today, take some time to just sit and open your Bible and be with him. Maybe today is applying for the job that you've been pushing off. Maybe it's answering that text that you've been ignoring for months, for days. Maybe it's just going on a walk. It might be a little too hot right now, but you could go to that gym or later on tonight. Or maybe it's simply just getting out of bed. Whatever it is, show up. God can do so much with your simple yes. So, to close things out, our verse of today is Galatians 6:9. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So today, don't give up. Don't confuse a slower season with a failed season. God is still working. He's still growing you. He's still writing your story. So thank you for giving me grace to grow alongside with you. I am so excited for what's ahead for this podcast and for the community we're building together. If this episode encouraged you, share it with someone who might need that reminder today that they're not behind and they're simply growing through grace. Until next time, remember, God's grace is meeting you exactly where you are. Bye, guys.